Welcome back. So somehow Gavin Newsom and Mayor Pete right now are the front runners for the 2028 Democratic nomination for president. But the Gavin Newsom thing has always been a head scratcher to us because his state is a total disaster. Highest gas prices, taxes, cost of living, homelessness, the highest energy prices. Politically, it's the worst state in America, and it's not even close. And then it all starts to make sense when you think about who's been running that state for at least the past 2 decades. Nancy Pelosi, Adam Schiff, Kamala Harris, Gavin Newsom, Dianne Feinstein, the list goes on. It's safe to say this is not Ronald Reagan's California anymore, but Hollywood is starting to notice.
Back in my great state of California, my very own governor, Gavin Newsom, has vetoed our menopause bill, not 1 but 2 years in a row. But that's okay, because he's not going to be governor forever. And with the way he's overlooked women, half the population, by devaluing us in midlife, he probably should not be our next president either.
All right, so that's Halle Berry, former Bond girl, former A-lister. You could say she's still an A-lister. Joining us now for more on this, the host of the John Amachuku Show on YouTube, Pastor John Amachuku, and the host of the Vince Everett Ellison Show on X and YouTube, Vince Everett Ellison. Gentlemen, good to see you. Halle Berry, out of nowhere, out of left field. Pastor John, if Hollywood elites actually mattered, Kamala Harris would be president. George Clooney endorsed her, Beyonce, Oprah. But isn't it interesting to see Hollywood liberals, A-listers, starting to move to the right?
Yes, it is. You know, Halle Berry, she's an interesting individual. She's a hypocrite also, but just think about it. Gavin Newsom has done a terrible job in leading California. They've been talking about housing affordability for a long time. You need an income of nearly $220,000 to $230,000 a year to even have a medium-priced home in California, which is about $650,000 to $900,000 for a medium-priced home. Halle Berry is right. He's done a terrible job as governor, so he can't be president. But we have to keep in mind that Halle Berry, she's done a dastardly deed herself. In 2001, she had the movie Monster Ball, and she did not represent herself in a proper way. And so, when Hollywood eats up Hollywood, it says that Hollywood should be rebuked.
Wait, what did she do in 2000? What's the reference?
In the movie Monster Ball, she has what is called the most highly rated sex scene ever in the history of movies. She degraded and devalued herself.
Pastor John, we all have gaps. And I'll be honest, I have not seen that movie. Maybe I will now. Vince, is she A-list, by the way?
Yeah, Halle Berry's kind of up there. And
okay. So like this matters that she's saying
Hollywood
this now,
star.
right?
I'm sorry?
This matters that she's saying this now.
Yeah, when you have black Democrat Hollywood start turning on you, you got a problem. But this is an easy sell. California's in a bad shape. Gavin Newsom has destroyed that state. Wildfires, mudslides, illegal immigration, riots, high crime, homelessness, can't buy a house. It's insanity there. And of course, I've always said that if you want to see what's going on in the Democratic Party, a Democratic Party heaven is an American hell. He thinks he's doing well. But then, now you have people like, Miss Berry coming out and saying, no, Gavin, you're terrible. California is terrible. And when you have these people coming out against you, everybody's going to start paying attention to the fact that you have taken one of the most beautiful places in the world and you made it a hellhole.
Vince, this is when Joe and Kamala were in office. This is Kamala right around Christmas time and how she thinks people should speak to each other around Christmas time. Take a look.
And when we all sing happy tunes and sing Merry Christmas and wish each other Merry Christmas, these children are not going to have a Merry Christmas. How dare we speak Merry Christmas? How dare we?
How dare we speak Merry Christmas? Remember that? And then this was the Biden White House, right? Ta-da! This was the most bizarre setup I think I've ever seen at the White House. And they put out this video, and it got weirder and weirder. What's that right there? Eyes wide shut mask. So bizarre. And then you look at the Trump White House setup this year, and to me, it just kind of looks like a return to, call it traditional, call it normal, Do you think, Vince, that Americans are happy to just kind of have a return to sanity, even if it's just for a minute?
Yeah, see, this is what the Democrats call normal. It's like they went up to Bellevue Hospital up in New York City and opened up the door and let the crazy people control the federal government for 4 years. It was insanity on steroids. These people are insane. And when you look at this crazy stuff that they did inside of the White House, it proves it. They are an insane institution. And what they've done is they have this model, this business model, where the most vicious, where the most evil, where the most insane people gravitate to the top. And we see them in these positions of power, and we think that this is normal. This is highly abnormal. And we have to call it that. It's the emperor's new clothes. And we have to speak out and call it what it is. It's insanity, it's wrong, and we're here to stop it.
Yeah. Pastor John, Vince Everett Ellison, great to see you tonight. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Take care.
Right.
God bless you.
Coming up, so what would you do if your kids were getting money thrown at them by a drag queen on a Saturday morning at a birthday party?